everybody. Welcome to Moving Forward with Audrey Now. I am Audrey, and this is our healing podcast. I apologize for that horrible noise. It had stopped and just started up again. So, the topic for today, we are going to do a breathing attunement and an affirmation. I will show you some very pretty frequency stones, and then our wisdom sharing for today is transforming rage to positive action, positive movement. Transforming rage to positive movement. And I'm also doing the painting. It'll be on the wall here when I'm done, so you don't just see a white wall. And we'll see how that works. Okay, so I really don't like that noise. Okay, so get comfortable. This is your opportunity to nurture and nourish yourself and support you in the most positive way you can, and you'll figure that part out. Come through this incredible time of shift and movement that we are in, that some of it hasn't happened for a few thousand years, some of it for a couple of hundred. The particular arrangement of the outer planets all aspecting themselves, and two of them changing sign. That's been, there are astrologists who do the research and will give you the exact dates. I'm not her. I am, what am I? I'm an ever-evolving being, including talent and ability, experience, expertise in clairvoyance and healing and energy and art. And some people say now also in personal longevity, because I've been here for a moment or two. And that's it. This is a time for healing. This is a time for releasing and letting go of everything that you have held on to purposefully or unawarely, and it's time to wake up for all of us about that, so we can individually and as a group or a collective or whatever word you happen to like, that's one of the words being used now, to move forward into what some people call the new earth, fifth dimension rather than third dimension, because all this ego, no, that was never what we as a species in our deepest level were intended to be. I'm not saying that any of those from whatever vibrational frequency help contribute to what our DNA now is, even if that was 200,000 years ago. They may not all have had the best intention for us, and I don't think they did, whether you call them the Anunnaki. There are many stories, many possibilities. So, and yes, we are cosmic beings, and it's time to know that. It's time to live in cosmic consciousness, and one doesn't just do that by saying it. There are practices. We are still physical. If you think you're not, look to go without food, air, or water for a week. You're not able to, and if you are able to, then I definitely would like to know who you are, because I have yet to meet that. I'm not saying it's not possible. They might be time travelers or realm traversers, but for the most people that consider themselves to be earthlings, that would be a whole new thing. Okay, so for our affirmation to today, an affirmation is a statement of power, intention, and action. Power, because our word means a lot. Our word is what can help propel us. Our language, a friend of mine had said that it's a prayer. Every word is a prayer. So when you're saying prayers for evolution, prayers, prayers, P-R-A-Y-E-R-S, prayers for destruction, for yourself or anyone else. And pay attention to your internal dialogue. What are the words going on inside your head, inside your being, by your heart? I'm not going to say ever, but perpetually involved in healing and shifting my own internal dialogue. Because some of it is unpleasant. And that's a nice word to describe some of it. So learn the protective prayer. I have it on my website. You could print it out. Website is Audrey Now, AUDRYENOW.com. A protective prayer came about years back when some of my clients wanted to know how do they release anger and rage and pain without contaminating the universe and the multiverse. So I was shown by the guides the protective prayer. And you have to feel it and mean it. You don't have to memorize it. I mean, I know it. I've been doing it for many years. And it helps when we have to go, and we don't want it in the universe. And it's definitely inappropriate to keep it inside our own self, because that's a really quick way to get sick. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, multidimensionally, in any number of ways. People have died from that. So the protective prayer goes like this. Anything I may, and you do it with love before you do any release process, or when you feel you have feelings you want out. You think I do it on and off very regularly. And I am a woman of wisdom, whose job, joy of being, is to upraise consciousness. I'm considered a lighthouse. And part of the way to get there is to be releasing and transforming this other stuff. Am I there every second? No, my frequency can go up and down. Is it in general higher than the average? What? Yes. Yes. That doesn't mean better or worse. It means I work on it and have been on and off since I'm 10 or 12 years of age. Yes, I remember, because that's who I am. Anyway, so here's the protective prayer. Anything I may say, whether consciously, with my mouth, in my mind, unconsciously, quietly, whatever it may look like, sound like, or feel like, is to be taken into the universe, the multiverse, as love and light. Whatever I may say, anyone I may mention in any way, shape, or form, is to be protected in love and light, including myself. I do this for my highest good, the highest good of all concerned, and the highest good of the multiverse, with free will and free choice for all concerned. Any places, spaces, vibrations made available within me as a result of this practice and this doing is to be filled with light and love, and anything that might be higher that I may not even know how to say. And I do this so that we all who choose it evolve, and definitely including me, and my genetic timeline and vibrational line, forwards, backwards, and sideways. And that I give thanks. And finish. Aho, Ashe. Thank you. So it's anything I may say, whatever it looks like, sounds like, it feels like, is to be taken. And then you still watch what you say when you're talking to a person, but if you need to release, and with all the anger, and this podcast is transforming rage into positive movement, whatever it may be, you need to get it out. And once you've done the protective prayer, get it out. Yell at a wall, hit on the bed if it won't fall. Do whatever it takes that's safe for you and anyone near you to get it out of your system. And this is the verbal part. So I'm certainly not saying take furniture apart and throw it. I am not saying that. And this has nothing to do with munitions. This is getting it out of you. And when you practice this regularly, and I'm going to add to it because you have to pour light in yourself, your frequency changes. You have to mean it and feel it and be with it, and it takes a moment. But so does life. That's why we have it linear. Otherwise, boom, done. Not much of an experience for those of us in the third dimension. And okay, so the affirmation today could be, that's the prayer, that's the protective prayer. And every day, oh, I'll do it with the breathing attunement. Okay, so our affirmation today is, I am a being of light and I'm sending it everywhere. I am a being of light and I am sending it everywhere, including in myself. And self is capital S, little S-E-L-F, for soul, essence, self. That's the capital S, the little s, ego, personality, self. You're a spectrum. We all are, and beyond. Other dimensions I may not even have a clue exist. And there are many time realms, all of that. It is way complicated than many of us think. So allow that space to be open for it to go there. And we're in a quantum universe, quantum. I, who am a woman with words, WOW, 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 woman of words. I can't give you those words. And believe me, I have words. So be willing for that to occur. So I am a being of light, and I send it everywhere. And we will do the lifting process that was given to me and our group by the amazing Patricia Hayes umpteen years back, or less than umpteen. Sit comfortably. And if you're going to ask me to prove that we are made of light, I am, even science knows that now. Yay. I know this is the physical part. Okay? But this is native stuff. And frequency, light, energy. Now I'm using the words cosmic consciousness. And that's what we are into now, creating and being cosmic consciousness, which is beyond, way beyond third dimension. I don't use Christ consciousness. It sounds religious to me, and that's just not what I prefer. And most people, in my opinion, not most, some, misuse that whole vibration and don't understand it on the highest plane. Cosmic conscious covers that. And more. And more. So, sit comfortably. We're going to do a little of the lifting process. Sit comfortably, have your back supported, have your being supported. Wear comfortable clothing. If you can find natural fabrics, use that. I, as yet, still have other. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to fill with divine healing light, cosmic healing light, consciousness of the highest beings that have ever been here or where they tapped it in from. Fill your heart, taking a nice deep breath. This will be part of our breathing attunement also, taking a nice deep breath. Hold. Release, let go. Breathe in again, living light. Hold. Release. Breathe in again, living light. Kindness, generosity, cooperation, and release. Feel your being You are safe. You are blessed. You are well. You are shifting higher, higher, higher. You simply allow this. You're getting higher and higher, lighter and lighter, freer and freer. Thank you, Patricia Hayes. Higher, higher, lighter, freer, higher and lighter. You are safe. You are one with the universal energy of Source. Hold and release. Notice how you felt, and that's a short little version of that. So now, every life benefits from beauty in one way, shape, form, or another. So I was painting frequency stones. They are actual rocks. They're not plastic. The painting, though, is, what do we call it? I'm blank. I'm not a fan of when that happens. It'll come back. And all of them have crystals on them. You can program them for light and love. I paint abstracts. These will help you be grounded. They will help you uplift your frequency. And that's needed now. So make sure, if you can, that you have any kind of rock. You don't need a huge one. It could even be a few pebbles if that's what you can do. Hold them in your hands. Find something that feels good in your hand. If it feels good in your hand, you can use it. If it doesn't, it's not the one for you. And breathe and sit quietly. And allow yourself to be in the stillness. That's part of how you get to know who you are. And to feel your own inner vibration. Are you able to be quiet? Are you all over the place? I know that one. It's important to know how to be quiet. Not to be quiet for 17 million years, but definitely a few moments every day. Do this if at all possible outdoors where you're comfortable. I'm doing this on January 20th, but I'm in Costa Rica, so it is warm. A little rainy today. I would not recommend this in the frozen north where it's cold, unless you like the cold and can go out. So do it where you're comfortable and you can get the cleanest air possible. And because we have dominion, which doesn't mean control and mess up. No, it also means to take care of. When you say that you have dominion over your space, create that. Like, I don't like tobacco. I get nauseous, dizzy, and hostile when people smoke tobacco, maybe for the most part. So if I'm anywhere where I have charge over it, I ask people to stop. If it's any kind of public place or their space, and that's what they're doing, I walk away, I leave. Because it would be torture to subject myself to that. So create your own dominion in your environment as much as you can. Cease being any kind of victim. And if you're saying, I can't, it's impossible, see where that's coming from. Ask who told you that. Where did you get that idea? And is that how you're living? then whether you're doing it intentionally or not intentionally, you're making yourself a victim. Not a good idea. So, part of how to transmute rage into positive movement is to have your frequency raised. So do this process. This is a small version of the lifting process. Daily. Uplift your frequency daily. Do such affirmations. I am peace. I am blessed. I am safe. I am made of divine energy. I am source, piece of source. I am source in the flesh, so to speak. And you are. And allow it. And when you hear I'm not and I can't and this is ridiculous, those are your limiting belief systems that are getting in the way and stopping you. Be willing to be free of them. And so I wrote down steps for transmuting rage into, what did I call it? Forward movement. Let's see. One, yes. Keep doing the lifting process. It's important to do your own breathing attunements and meditations to keep uplifting your frequency. That's a given. This is like required now. And if you can't do it sometimes. Do it when you can, but at least once a week. Once a day better. Okay. These are my eyes. Okay. All right, let's see. Acknowledge what you're in the process of doing. You're transforming rage or whatever those feelings might be into a higher frequency. So acknowledge what you're feeling. If you're feeling in a rage and you want to destroy, you desire to do that, acknowledge it. Don't pretend. And definitely don't say, well, because he or she is such a barf, I'm justified. I'm not saying you are or you're not, but acknowledge it, because the whole thing right now on our planet isn't to see who we can get even with. It's how we can raise the frequency and create a peaceful planet. And a lot of people are not there. I'm not always there. And I've been doing healing practice on myself since I'm 10 or 12. I am in my 80s now. That was a while ago. It's 10 or 12. I'm 83. 70 years. And yes, you can still have energy and be healthy, for sure. Different than 20. But life changes. And allow that. So that would be, keep doing the process, practice daily, that up levels your frequency, because that's your base point when you do that. So do the process to get there. Acknowledge what you're feeling. Be willing for it to shift, for you to shift it. Don't blame it on anyone else. So then you send the light into that. Okay? Literally, there's light inside yourself. You can, however you do it. And then if you choose, you can like put it in a little pile and then take it and transmute it with the light or as energy. And it's energy, because if it's rage, it's moving. It's emotion. And you're transmuting it to light. Where would you like to send it? What area of the planet or yourself or your body or anything would you like to feel enhanced? Send it there, not as rage. You've already transmuted it by declaring it, because you are a cosmic being. And then send it there. Send it to people, anyone that you have permission for higher consciousness. Send it to the planet. Send it to the air. Send it to yourself. Send it to actions you need to do. And then give thanks. And this is one small way. And it's a process. I'm saying it like it's blunk, blunk, blunk. Each part has a process within it. So you work on your own internal dialogue. If you hear your internal dialogue is cursing out the weather or cursing out people or saying nasty things about this one or that one or being tremendously judging, be willing to let that go. Holding judgment harms you. You can have an equitable assessment of stuff. It doesn't mean lie to yourself, and it certainly doesn't mean let yourself be treated inappropriately. That's a no. But to hang on to that stuff can kill a person. Not a good way. It's the reason a lot of people get sick. It's the reason a lot of people get cancer. The reason people get depressed. People get inflammation. Hanging on to rage or hanging on to being a victim, depression. It's not the time for it. It's important to love yourself and know you're a being of light. And you're allowing yourself to go from whatever your regular frequency is to a higher one. That is the name of the game right now on the planet, by whatever language anyone is calling it. That is the deal. We're at a reset point. It is definitely the awakening. Those are just certain words. And then send out light everywhere, including into yourself, and give thanks. Give thanks to yourself. Give thanks that you've learned this. Give thanks that you're doing it. Give thanks to the all and all that you're part of. Give thanks for being on this gorgeous, beautiful planet. Give thanks that by you doing this, those beings that are operating at a sociopathic, narcissistic, sadistic level, stuck in their distorted egos, you don't have to fight them that way. I've done that. Okay, well, not physically. And if you want to go on demonstrations, be careful. This is not a time I would recommend it, by the way. I would wait and do this private work at home or in some quote-unquote safe area as you lift the frequency, all that yuckity poo, and there's like bastante de eso, there's enough of that. And you keep uplifting that kind of yuck. At a certain point, we're not there yet. This is a process that can take a number of years, but we're in it now, and we create our own personal environment. But that does not happen in my environment. And trust in this, trust in yourself, trust in the higher self. Know that it's real. Those of you that would like scientific proof, go to Greg Braden, go to Billy Carson. There are many more. Go to, her name just slipped my mind. Okay, but those two alone. And so now, thank you. Okay, look, did I leave some part of it out? Let's see. No, that's good. And yes, I'm in the process of healing my own eyes. I'm working with a shaman, 2 shamans, one a little more than the other. So know that what are called miracles can happen. We are multidimensional. So it's time for us to experiment and learn to do and use that. And yes, I'll be shifting into our crystalline form. I'm allowing it. Time to go higher. So thank you for, it's starting to rain here. So thank you for participating with us. Please do the processes. You will grow, and it's important for you and all of us. Please do remember, so we can spread this So like us or love us, share, and subscribe. Let people know. And for those of you who are interested, am I still doing readings? Am I still doing healings? I am. And not necessarily the prices on my website. So contact me through my email, better. And that's Audrey Now, AUDRYENOW @gmail. Thank you. Blessings. Bye.